sense it now.
The sun means nothing to her. She gets a light from within. The sun means nothing to her. She gets a light from within. Just follow me. Just follow me, 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 Just follow me. Just follow me. Her mama said go outside. Look at what you got. But you saw everything from within. The sun means nothing to her. She gets her light from within. So please surrender, she said. Just follow me. 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 And it's not the first century. The sun means nothing to her. She gets a light from within.
Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully doing well. I was told to have my camera on and make it bigger, so I'm doing that. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? What's going on? Hopefully everybody had a good day and all of that stuff. It's time to do some charts, guys. You guys ready? Alright, man. Glad you're doing good, Astro dude. Awesome. So we have part 1 up right here, as you can see. And we'll do these guys, and then we'll do some live requests again like we did last time. And kind of go from there. Sound good? Good. Alright, cool. Alright, so first up on the list is ATRS. We've been looking at this one for a few days, and somebody, I think it was Ricardo, brought it up last week, and we really liked the chart, so we started working with it. I decided to buy in. I bought in at 341. I bought some more at like 359, and I got some more at like 377. And I think I got some more today at like 385 or something as well. So I don't know, I'm really long-term bullish on this one. It's supposed to have phase 3 FDA results on the 20th of October, so that's coming up pretty soon. And basically I'm just playing the chart first. I did the DD after, and that's where we are. But as you can see right here, I have the weekly chart pulled up because I wanted you guys to see it a little bit differently today since we went over it last time on the daily. So basically what I did on the weekly chart here is I did our Fibonacci range from this peak right here back in 2014 all the way down to the bottom here where our dip is. So you can see these 3 lines in the middle. These are our Fibonacci zones for this range. And if you look at the stock, it behaved pretty well with those. As you can see right here, it kind of consolidated in the middle. Right here, it went up and retested the bottom. Tried to retest the middle and couldn't hold it. That's when it broke down to our dip. And then right here, as you can see, it tested, couldn't hold it, broke free, almost tested the top, couldn't hold it again, almost tested the top of this one again, and now we've broken free out of it. And this is again on the weekly chart. But what I really liked, other than the fact that it follows this trend line very well, is the fact that the MACD has been on an uptrend here, essentially since July of 2014. As you can see, I did these rays right here, and even though it's sine waving and bouncing around, it's been on an uptrend. Okay. Now the one thing that's a little scary though, even though all this looks, really good, is the fact that the MACD is kind of going down right now. But as you can see today, or this week, we got our buy signal on the MACD. So it's really going to be a play of whether does the MACD continue scooping down after this little peak and retest this ray that we've drawn, or is it time to continue up again towards the top? I don't really know, but I think it might actually go down a little bit more first, and we may see a dip again tomorrow, but it's really hard to say. And if you look this week on the bull power on the elder ray, it just shot straight up. So we have plenty of buying pressure, and the chart just looks really good in that regard. And even if we go on the daily and zoom in, you can see the MACD is just shooting up, and our bull power is just shooting up as well. Yeah, the Mac Daddy. So, I mean, you guys already know I really don't like stocks that shoot straight up like this, and I'm actually kind of happy we finally got a red day, and I think we might get a red day again tomorrow. So if you haven't bought in yet, let's see how far the dip goes tomorrow, if there is one at all. I think we closed at 380 in after hours. But I think it might be a red day tomorrow, but I'm still extremely bullish, especially for the October 20th stuff coming up with the FDA approval. Their earnings are coming up, I think November as well, and their last earnings, they were earning plenty. I think it was 14% over the ones before. I think $17 million or something like that was their net revenue, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody will have to look that up and correct me. But again, I think it might be a red day tomorrow. I think we might see a bit of a dip, but I think it's going to continue onwards and keep following this trend here. And if you look at where the trend goes, it's supposed to hit, just on the chart alone, $5 by the beginning of 2018. But of course, we're hoping that the FDA results for phase 3 are extremely positive, and we can triple or double or even more of this. As you guys know, when stocks get FDA approval, they go bonkers. So we'll see what happens. That's pretty much it for the ATRS. I'm really long-term bullish on this. I'm going to keep holding it, and I just think we might see a bit of red tomorrow before we continue upwards is all. All right, guys. And then we had a request for HMNY, so let's go ahead and pull that one up right now. Okay. And this one, as you guys know, just went nuclear the other day. It just went insanely up. The chart didn't really look that good for the past, few years, but in June of 2016, it had a huge spike up to $17, and it's kind of just been dying since then. I think they had some study results back here in June, and then it just didn't really have enough news to sustain it, and bag holders got out, as you can see by these peaks here. A little bit of pump and dump kind of action, right? But as you can see, even though it's gone basically parabolic and crazily launched, it still had another gap up. It had a bit of red on this day here, but it's still continuing to go up further. I mean, this thing has been insane. I it's kind of one of those ones. I don't know enough of what's going on. I think they're supposed to have news really soon. But it's one of those ones that I don't know what the peak is. I don't know where it's going to top out. I don't know where the next red day is. And hey Ray, what's up, man? Um, but I mean, we had a peak here today at around $15. It looks like, and we still ended the day up $1.68 of where we were before. It's just been doing these crazy runs, and it keeps going. I mean, we dipped a little bit below where we closed yesterday, but again, we had a $2 range today, like $2.60 range. So that's pretty intense. I don't see any reason in the MACD and the Elder Ray that it is going to slow down. You know what I mean? It's just, it hasn't really found its top yet. But if you look, it's extremely overbought on everything. So it's not something I'm going to say like hop in. But if you're already in, I mean, you might as well keep holding. I mean, I played this from like 1080 to 1326 or something like that. And show dick. No, I'm not going to show dick on my cam. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this run will continue or not. I'm not saying it won't. It's just that it's so overbought. I'm going to say if you're not in it already, maybe don't buy in. Maybe wait and see what's going on. But if you're already in, there's no reason not to run this out and see when the sell signal is going to happen. But as you can see, even our slow line, the red right here, is already getting really close to the fast line, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so overbought. It's hard to recommend, you know what I mean? But do I think the run is done? No, not really, because if you look on the 30-minute here, the MACD is reset and it's launching back up again. Now, it very well could be another sell signal coming up soon, but it's hard to say on the 30-minute, you know what I mean, when your 60-minute is also doing a buy signal and your daily is still going up as well, you know what I mean? So it's really, make the whole screen my cam. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Hey, Blessing, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Fine, I'll make it a little bigger. But the thing is, if it's big like this, you're gonna miss whatever. You guys, whatever, guys. But again, you may want to hop in with a really tight stop loss if you're not in it right now and try to ride out the rest of this run and see where the top is. I mean, there's really no telling right now because I expected another red day today and we didn't get it. So it's just hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't really have definitive advice on this one. It's really, I think you're chasing if you hop in, but you may still get plenty of run out of it. I don't know. It's just really hard to say. And that's honestly really all I got for HMNY because, like I said, there's buy indicators. I mean, sell indicator on the 15-minute, but that's only the 15-minute. So it's just really hard to say. It's really hard to say because it is making higher peaks on the MACD. You know what I mean? Stochastic's going up, even though it has a little bit of a sell signal starting to happen. Your Chan is going back up. It's just really hard to say. Okay. Okay, so let's do XXII. I know a lot of people are watching this one. And if you guys remember, my price range for wanting to get in that I changed recently was about 257 to 241. I mean, it's not necessarily going to happen, though. Like I said in the other video, if you were waiting on my call to get in, you might have missed a run. But again, you shouldn't be waiting on my calls only, right? You should be using your gut and everything like that. So, I did not do RGSE. No, not yet. What we can see here is that this is all the same that we had it set up the other day. And we did our fib fan going this way, it's still following this middle trend, and it's now testing the top here, okay? Now, the big key is, in my opinion, tomorrow, if it can break the top, okay? If it can break the top of this and continue, you know, you're going to start seeing a really nice run, in my opinion, and we may even retest back here, up at the peak right here around 334. That's definitely possible. It all depends on tomorrow if it can break this fib trend right here. The only things that make me a tiny bit worried is the MACD slowing down and the Chond really hardly slowing down. But your stochastic momentum is going a bit into a buy again, right? And if we look at the daily, you see how it's not a solid candle. It's not really hard. You know, it's not closing up on the line or above it. It's just kind of a straight cross. So that makes me a little bit worried for tomorrow, because it seems like maybe it's kind of finding its limit, or shorts are really starting to attack it. You know what I mean? So definitely hold it long term, though, if you're in. Definitely hold it long term, because this stock's it's definitely going up. I have no worries about that. It's just short term entry is what I'm talking about. But again, on the daily, your MACD is turning into a buy. You've already had your buy signal on the stochastic momentum, and you already had your buy signal on the Chond. So even though I'm personally waiting for a dip, that doesn't mean it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm just playing more of this longer cycle of the ups and downs here. But from the looks of it, it seems to be going on an uptrend, okay? And he closed at 307, but I'm going to say that tomorrow it needs to close above 316 or at 316 for me to be confident that this run is going to continue. But if we start dipping down and closing somewhere around like $3, $2.95, I think that the shorts maybe have too much power, and it's going to start doing that dip down again. But again, super bullish long term. Definitely hold it if you're in it. I don't think you're going to lose money anytime soon. And they should have plenty of catalysts. They have all that FDA stuff going on with the VLN cigarettes and everything like that. Oh, you made 700 on HMNY today? Very nice, Shane. That's awesome, dude. What is the low tomorrow? That's a good question. You just got a buy signal as well on the daily for the Ichimoku. I think your low tomorrow is $3. I think it's going to test that again for sure. It's for sure going to test $3 again tomorrow. If it breaks below $3 though, you're probably going to see like $2.95, $2.94, something like that. It all depends on how much shorts try to attack it tomorrow, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say your low is probably $3 to $2.94 tomorrow. And if you get enough buying pressure, you should, yeah, peak out around like 316, something like that. I would really like to see like 319 for you guys, okay? Yeah, no problem, Drew. Yeah, absolutely, man. Michael Murphy, he got in at 286, out at 302. Should have held a bit longer, but profit is profit. Dude, yeah, exactly. Profit is profit. Never be scared of locking in your profit. Never. You can always hop back in if you want. If you think it's going back up, just hop back in, you know? Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I think your range tomorrow most likely is 298 to 316. That's going to be your most active range. 298 to 318, sorry. I think that's going to be your most active range tomorrow, just based upon what we're looking at here. Yeah. And as you can see, look, you see that support right at $3, right? So we really don't want it to dip down there, but, you know, it can happen. We just got to sell signal a little bit on the 15-minute, so it can happen, all right? So yeah, just don't worry about it dipping so hard if you're already in about it. But if you're not in, I would wait and see what it goes to in the morning before you buy. But again, my personal entry, I want something like 240 to like up here, like 259, something like that. That's my personal what I'm waiting for. But you don't have to do that at all, okay? Alright guys, so I think that's pretty good on XXII. Let's go ahead and do Caper really quick. Actually, I need some liquids. Did anybody see the spike on DCIX? I did not. I don't know if DCIX is what I'm following. It looks like Ray did. So you and Ray can definitely chat about that. It gets an eggplant emoji from Ray. Yeah, it's Mountain Dew. Liquid cancer. What can you do, right? It has the most caffeine of the sodas. I think Coke Zero and Mountain Dew have the most caffeine, if I'm not mistaken. But in any case, nah, you gotta have a 2-liter handy, man. Who wants to go to the fridge? Alright, but we looked at Caper, as you can obviously see by the, yeah, DCTH was gonna cure our liver cancer, but nope. No DCTH. Yep. But in any case, if you remember yesterday, I drew this line at 304, and I said it's probably going to dip to 304. There you go. It not only did it dip to 304, it dipped below it to 282. That's a pretty intense dip. I expected some dip. I didn't expect that much. But the one good sign is it is in between these lines still, and it didn't dip below the conversion line. That's really nice. I honestly think that this other line I drew will happen tomorrow, 266. Crystal Pepsi, ugh. All Pepsi sucks. I do think it's going to see 266 tomorrow, though, in my opinion. I think it's got another 20-cent loss in it before it bounces. And if you look, actually, I barely need to adjust my line to hit the conversion line now. So yeah, 260 possible as well, okay? Jonathan, if you want to join Caper, definitely wait for the bottom of this dip tomorrow, because I seriously think it's going to dip about 20 more cents, no problem. Now, they have a ton of news coming out, and they had all that stuff, you know, today. They talked about it in our Discord today, which, again, if you're not in the Discord, I highly recommend joining the Discord, because we talk about the part 1 is always stocks that are going on in the Discord. So if you're wondering like where these part 1 picks come from, you can join the Discord and have all the research behind it and the chart. Yeah, exactly. Read all the PR in the Discord, because this has a lot of stuff going for it, okay? I just think this is only based off the chart only that I think it's going down more, but all that PR is going to definitely boost it back up, okay? But the reason I think it's going to go down more is because of 2 red candles in a row. This has been a little overbought and it's coming down. Stochastic momentum's coming down. Chan's coming down. And we have 3 red days in a row, and I just feel like it needs to retest this gap up still. Okay? If we pull up the 30-minute, and here's another, because if you remember yesterday, right here, we ended up at the bottom of the green cloud, right? And we're now dipping below it. We got our sell signal today as well. And this is getting a little bit more upward momentum, but it's still going to have to scoop up and everything, okay? So even though this is getting a little upward momentum now, and even though this is oversold here, it still is going to have to correct itself a little bit, and that's the reason I think that we're still going to get some of a dip. But if it bounces off of about, let's see here. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, if it bounces off 279 and starts shooting back up, it could be on a run again, and it could be going back up into the cloud. So just keep a really close eye on the 30-minute and the 15-minute tomorrow, and see if it bounces off this 279 range, or if it gets shorted again and it goes, back down, which I think it will just get shorted just because of how hot that run was and how fast it went up right here. Because as you can see, where our line is here, we're already below this gap. We're already testing below. Here, let me get rid of the... We're already testing below the gap right here. Okay. So what I would have liked to have seen is the top of the gap right here around 307. I would have liked to see that happen. A bounce off from there at hold on. Yeah, at around 304. That's really where we would have liked to bounce from there, but it just didn't happen. Anthony, you can join the Discord in the YouTube description on your left there. Underneath the video, there should be a Discord link at the end of that, right under the PayPal link for donations. And you can just click on that, open the application on your computer or phone, and you're good to go. It's all free and everything too. We don't charge. It's for us. It's not, the Discord's not for making money. The only way I make money is if you guys donate, and that's completely up to you. We're not gonna. Somebody today on Stocktwits said I was going to, it's just a trap. I'm gonna start charging you guys for the stream and stuff. And I don't know, guys. No, it's completely run off donations. I'm not gonna charge you guys to watch me. That's crazy. But yeah, if you see it bouncing off 282, 279 tomorrow, like where we close, and starts going up, I think it'll be okay to continue because we've already tested the gap. But I'm just worried that in the morning we are going to see that short attack, and then you're just going to have more recovery to do after that. Okay? But again, you're getting a little bit of buy signal. It is way oversold, so it very well could bounce off that in the morning. Just don't buy in thinking it's automatically going to bounce up. Just look for that morning play or lunchtime play or something like that, okay? Yes, if you want to get charged to watch somebody, you can watch Ray. He says he'll charge you to watch him, and you can give him all the money you want. If you're in at 307, should you sell and wait for new lows? That depends on if you have any confidence in their product, I would say. Because if you think long term with this news coming out it's going to be good, I don't see any reason to sell. Because you're taking a loss of 30 cents. I don't know why you would purposely take a loss of 30 cents if you didn't have to. I would say just keep holding it for another week or two and see what happens at that point. Because you're already down 30 cents, man. I mean, you might as well see what happens tomorrow. Because it's on a nice, okay upward trend. It just hasn't been able to handle these huge peaks. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't see a reason to sell it. But I don't see a reason to hop in until you see where the dump is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, here you can see it on the 60-minute as well. It's dipping through the cloud with the sell signal. And on the daily, we have no support anywhere close. So it's just it's a bit hard. And yeah, I think that's the right play to do, is what Ray's doing, is just swinging it. Yeah, that is what I said, dude. Music dude. I do think it is going to get shorted tomorrow and it's going to drop some more. But I don't think it's going to die because of it. I think there'll definitely be more recovery after that. I think what they have based... And Muzak, join the Discord, dude, for real. Once you read all the DD in the Discord, you'll understand why I'm saying that I don't think it's scary that it's getting shorted tomorrow. Okay? I really think it's going to get shorted though to 260. And once I saw a bounce up from 260, then that's when I'd be like, okay, we're good. But just right now, after these gaps, we don't know where the end of recovery is. That's all I'm saying. So Yeah, and exactly like Ray said, he was converted. He was just gonna swing this for like 1 or 2 days, but then he kept reading about it and found out what they're doing, and his mind changed. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like Moonman said too, you don't sell or you don't lose until you sell, right? Or Ray said that. He said you don't sell, you lose. Moonman, you think that if you sell, you're gonna win? How is it winning at a 30-cent loss? That doesn't make any sense. That's like saying I punched myself in the nuts and I won because you didn't do it. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Hey, Tanner. Thanks for joining the Discord, dude. You'll love it, man. You're planning to load additional arts. I think you meant ATRS, maybe? Yeah, I think the dip today was a blessing as well, Tanner, on ATRS for sure. But yeah, not about this stock. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, Moonman, like that doesn't make sense. Why would you hurt yourself? We do have a mean economy. That is very true. All right. Well, I think that's good for Caper though. I think it's gonna get shorted to around 260 tomorrow, but the recovery is gonna be just fine. Like if you read that DD, it's gonna be just fine. I don't see any problems with it. All right. So now we're gonna look at CLSN. And this is one of those charts that I'd say avoid normally, right? I'd be like, here's our 5-year, guys. Nope. I don't like it at all, right? Because you know me, huge gap down with consolidation for 5 years. Pretty intense. Pretty intense. But what you have, let's take this off, is even with these gap downs, we had a huge candle, right? And we topped out here, and a ton of bag holders got out, and now we're having our recovery, which how many times have I can't joke, it's too funny. I don't That's a little confusing. Is I should not make jokes because they're too funny, or I can't make jokes and that's funny? I'm confused. Either way. Whatever. But yeah, so I've said it a million times though, guys. Huge candle, it's gonna retrace at least half of it most of the time. Um and that's what it's doing now. And nothing makes me want to keep holding it if I was in it for the swing here. I don't know any of the DD on this one though, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what's going on with it. So it's just really, all I can say is hope it doesn't dip back down to $2 because I don't know what it will dip down to because there's no support basis for this really. I mean, you got this candle back here in June. But again, that looks like a single parachute with sell-off, and that seems to be what's happening, guys. If you look at the daily over here, you get a parachute, sell-off, parachute, sell-off, parachute, sell-off, a peak that couldn't break this one, and then just more death, a peak that couldn't break this one, and then just something crazy out of the blue. So it's just not something I would recommend. If you were holding it here and you bought in, sweet, good job. But if you're not in it, I would just say avoid it. Oh, Jiggly, dude. Nice, man. You made a killing on the 15,000 shares you bought at 58? Awesome. That's really good, man. I'm really happy for you. Yeah, that's a pretty good point, Jonathan. This does look like an EKG after selling DCTH. Because this is what it's like when you bought it, and you're like, oh yeah, my heart's going up. I feel pretty good. Oh wait, it's DCTH. Dead. So I don't recommend this one, guys. They could have some amazing PR or something going on, but I don't know about it. You bought 4,000 ATRS today at 378. Nice buy-in. Nice buy-in. That's a good price. All right, but yeah, that's my thoughts on CLSN, guys. It's just too scary. But I tell you what, though, if you see it going up to $6 again and holding it, maybe think about it. But until it reaches $6 again on its own, without a huge single candle, meh. Alright. Now let's go ahead and do NEAT. And that's awesome, dude, Jiggly, that you made money on NEAT today, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. Yeah, it was flatline. Because, again, this is one of those where I'd be like, you probably shouldn't hop in it, but it was going crazy, right? On the 13th of September, it was just going up since then. So we're talking 2-3 weeks, it was just going up. And it had some pretty nice pullbacks to, this is what you're going to want to see on CLSN, okay? You see how this had a huge candle, but it only had one red day after it, and then it continued up? That's what you would like to see, okay? You don't want to see 3 red days after a huge candle with no support going back up. You know, that's not what you want to see. Now, I wouldn't buy NEAT now. I think it's pretty much done for a little bit. Even though we had a nice green candle with the jump here, I don't think it's sustainable. I think that these sell signals are actually real. I think that these are going to be some pretty good sell signals. Just especially being how high up this is right here. But I would say unless you see it retesting 465 again, you're probably okay for more bounce later on. But we're probably going to see more dippage tomorrow, in my opinion. Especially didn't like an RS go through or something as well, right? Something like that. I'm pretty sure it was an RS. Or something, I don't remember. I'm not in this one. Alright. Yeah, and if we pull up more closely here on the 30-minute, you can see how it peaked up at this consolidation zone right here. Kind of peaked back up to it, and it couldn't hold. And that's why I'm a little scared of it. So, once it starts to break this consolidation zone again, I'll feel a lot better, especially if it's on a buy signal. But just having it into a huge sell signal here, momentum's kind of dying as well, and this is already dying right at the 0 line. It's just hard to say. I don't think it's going to die much, but I do think that it will definitely dip some more. I'll honestly say probably down to the end of this candle here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see 661 or something tomorrow or the next day. So it's not a bad long-term hold because I think they have tons of good news coming and stuff, but I wouldn't enter it tomorrow. I would want to see it breaking this consolidation zone right here at 860 personally. And once I see it going up from 860, that would make me a lot more interested because then we're about to possibly make new highs, okay? But as of right now, I just don't see it. I just don't see that happening, at least not for a couple more days. Yeah, it should have broken this peak here, in all honesty. It should have broken that and continued up. But I've been wrong before, you know what I mean? I mean, your stochastic, it was going up, but it looks like they're starting to taper off already, and we don't really want to see that. Oh, there you go, too. That's not good. Right here, see, that's what I said. It should have broken that peak. And oddly enough, that peak is the top of the Ichimoku cloud. Okay? So, it should have done that. The split caused the plunge. Yeah, that's fair. But so do you think that plunge is over just because one day happened after a split though? You know what I'm saying? My thinking is when that happens, there's going to be a lot of people with a lot more shares that are holding to see what's going on, and they may start jumping ship tomorrow when they see it going down further, and that's going to amplify the effect. Because I do also know when reverse splits happen, that's shorts love that. Shorts love coming in after a reverse split. They know everybody's going to want to sell or something. Okay? But again, I've been wrong. So initially look for 726. Okay? And no problem, Muzak. I'm glad you joined the Discord, dude. And I promise, the DD there, top notch, okay? It beats Stocktwits out of the water. By far. Look for a dip to 726. If you break 726, you may want to cut the cord for a little bit. But if it bounces off of 726, I think you'll be okay. It's just, that's a pretty nice line right here on the conversion line. And it matches up way back here as well. And that's not going to take you too far away from the consolidation cloud. But if you break 726 and keep going down, you're going to want to think a little bit about your position, I think. Just to, at least into the short term. Alright? So, hopefully that's helpful for you guys in NEAT. I don't know if I need to say any more about it or not. I don't even know if anybody in NEAT is still here. But let's go ahead and switch over to SYN, SYN. Moonman, my rule for IPOs is buy it when it opens and sell it at the first dip. You can usually get a nice gain out of IPOs off that initial run, but 90% of people playing those IPOs aren't going to hold it long term initially. They're going to wait to see how it levels out. But most of the time, right out of the gate, those IPOs launch for a little bit. So if you can afford to get enough shares to play like a good like 30% run, if you know what I mean, if you think you can make enough off like a 30 to 40% run, go ahead and do it. In my opinion, just be careful at how quickly they fall. Torian, why did you say me? I'm sorry, my chat's delayed, so I don't know what that's in reference to. Yeah, Ray, buy high, sell low. If there's one thing you can do, don't be like Ray, okay? Alright, guys. So let's take a look at SYN before the break, and then we'll take our live request, okay? And thank you all, guys. Thank you all for being here. It's great. Wow, we have over 30 people. Awesome. I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. And yeah, again, thanks for joining the Discord, Muzak. You'll really like it, dude. Alright. Check my email? You don't have my email address. Check it. Oh, I asked who was a NEAT. Okay. God bless it. Ray just donated 69 again. You dirty man. You dirty, dirty man. Oh, and Dylan. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you. Ray, you're a little dirty man, but thank you for the donation. Yeah, Dylan, thank you so much again. I appreciate that. Alright. So on SYN here, if you remember yesterday, I said if you're not in, wait. Was just my my opinion on it. And if you look today, we did go up 3 cents. So my opinion was wrong, maybe. But the reason I said wait yesterday is because we had a red candle dipping lower inside of this zone. And there's no telling if that's going to continue and make the sell signal more or, anything like that. Okay? Okay, not $69, 6.9, but it still was 69. I thought it was funny. um, but yeah, but if you look at our indicators on the daily, they're still going down though. So we had a green day, but if you look, it dipped pretty hard to 86. Okay. Um, yeah, he donated way too much last night. 69, 69. You're crazy, dude. There's You're crazy, man. Um, but yeah, if you see though, it did dip to 86 today, and it almost hit this baseline at 85. So I'm still a little spooked for tomorrow. But that's not a guarantee it's going to go down tomorrow. It's just that our indicators are going down, and we are inside the zone here. So it's really hard to say. And if you look at the fib, I also said what we want it to do is we wanted it today to be on top of the line and not test below. And unfortunately, we did test below. So to me, it's not really a green day because of how far down we went. Now, if it would have been a tiny candle here, like right at the line, you know what I mean? Like if that was our candle size right here, and then this was all wick, I'd be like, that's really nice. But being that it filled so much and that it was stuck down here enough in the day to do that, I don't like that as much. But I still think, again, this one is you should be holding it till the end of October into November anyway. So I mean, you shouldn't be worried too much about that intraday if you already have bought in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Dylan. I really appreciate that, bro. Buy more Mountain Dew at that 69? That sounds like you're telling me to do a 69 to afford Mountain Dew. I don't know about that, Michael. I know that's not what you're saying, but that's funny. And if you look at the 30-minute here, again, it's still testing in this cloud. So it's nice that we rocketed up back to it and that our conversion line's going back up. So again, tomorrow could be the day that it breaks through the cloud, and it could be the day that it bounces back on the bottom. It's really hard to say. But your MACD still has plenty of room to run up, but your stochastic momentum and your Chan are slowing down. So again, it's kind of hard to say either way. And if you look at the Elder Ray, bear power is getting more intense as well. Okay. Do I ever use a VWAP? Sometimes. I don't really rely on it too much, but I know a ton of people use VWAP, and there's nothing at all wrong with VWAP. I know it's very useful. I just personally haven't used it that much. And as you can see here, it's trading well above the VWAP at the end of the day here, and it's very nicely above. But it tested it really hard at the end of the day there. So, I mean, it's kind of up to you how you want to read that, in my opinion. Was it too far above and it's going to go back down? Or was that pop off at the end of the day off the VWAP, was that good enough? You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's kind of however you want to do it. I personally don't use the VWAP that much. I actually prefer the, I mean, VWAP's great for intraday, but I prefer the simple moving average, the 50 simple moving average. I prefer this, personally. It's just what I like to use more. You'll be my VWAP. Thanks, baby. All right. But yeah, as you can see, it's just barely above the 50-day simple moving average. And it doesn't really like to pop above it that long, right? You actually had a couple good pops back here, but recently it's kind of stuck with it. So I don't know. It's just hard to say, guys. There's enough saying that it's going to go down and that it's going to say it's going to go up, in my opinion. It's just kind of maybe just going to consolidate more because of those clouds, remember? It honestly just may consolidate some more. Yeah, I mean, if you look, just look how it's like nothing's really going on so much. It's just kind of stuck here. All right. But again, PR is coming. end of October, early November, those are going to be really good. I think this is going to be a great medium to long term hold. As of right now, play the dips, do some small swings, and have a core position for long. Okay, that's just my opinion on it anyway. Yeah, especially on the 60-minute here, you would want to see it keep going, but instead it went back down and retested the zone. You know, don't really want to see that too much. Okay, guys. What's my trading style? Depends on my mood. No, I don't day trade. I don't like day trading. Even if in this account I had the 25K to where I could do it as much as I want, I just don't really like it that much. I prefer to see a couple of days of action on it because I like to look at, longer trends, and I much prefer not trying to fight a computer because those computers and those shorts could just ruin your day. And if you don't pick a chart that has long enough swing momentum and you get caught in that one bad day, and then you realize, wait, this was a pump and dump, I got caught in what I thought was an easy day trade, and then you're stuck with a chart that sucks and you can't do anything about it, and you're going to have to just eat your loss because there's no choice. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you kind of do a longer thing by picking a chart with a longer uptrend, even if you have that bad day when you hop in, you could possibly recover. Yeah, I've shorted, but again, I like to be a bull. I said that on a few streams. I prefer to be bullish. I like to go on the buying side of it. I like positive trends, and I don't like being the guy that's killing somebody's run. I just feel bad when I short. I just don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? But there's definitely nothing wrong with shorting. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? It's just not really my style. But again, I mean, your MACD is going up. You're a little overbought on the stochastic momentum. But your Chan's going up as well. It's mostly just stagnant, guys. It's mostly just stagnant. You're waiting on PR, just like I said the other day. Okay. Moonman's writing a book. Yeah, Moonman, if you write a book about me, let me know. You can take I'll just want a little bit of profits, that's all. Just make a donation or something, and then you can write a book about me. Alright, but yeah, that's it for Sin, guys. It's really stable where it is. It's pretty much found its price. And until PR or something happens, it's not going to have a huge jump or anything, in my opinion. But it very well could. I mean, like, your MACD is cooled off enough that it has room to do one of these launches again. It's just a matter of when and at what price it starts at. That's pretty much it. Do I buy in the morning? I buy whenever the price is right. You know what I'm saying? So, if the dip happens at lunchtime, and I think that's the dip that I wanted, I'll buy at lunch. If the dip happens during after hours, and that's the dip I wanted, I'll buy after hours. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what time of day. I don't really care. Some people only play open plays. Some people only play buying at the end of the day. It's whatever you want to do, man. It's whatever you want to do. Alright, but I think that's pretty good for Sin. So let's go ahead and let's start taking live requests. And then we'll do those in part 2. So what do we have? We have PTN. Okay. Groupon again. We did Groupon the other day, but we can do it again really quickly. CDNA. Okay. DCIX. Man, MRNS. I wish I bought MRNS back at $4. I'm still kind of sad I didn't buy it. That thing's pretty solid. I like MRNS. Uh, SFM. We did Mankind last night, Astro. But we may take like a really quick look at it. And we take a look at load, I guess. I'm not really a fan of load, to be honest with you. Ray. That's not how it's spelled, Ray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's say that I'll do like 2 more, okay? SFM and edit. Okay, I think that's good. And honestly, dude, no, I feel bad deleting one. It's just we did Mankind last night, so it'll probably be a quick one, but ATOS I'll throw on as well. Okay. What's cool for next time, Jonathan? I didn't even see it. Oh, ON? Okay, yeah, we'll do ON next time, Jonathan, when you're here. Alright, buddy? And thanks again for your donation last time, Jonathan. For real, dude. I really appreciate that. Okay. So those... Yeah, that looks good. So those will be our live requests. Get some more do. Yeah, wait. Gotta do the do. I have SFM twice. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought I missed that. I'll take that off. There we go. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Alright, guys. I'm gonna take just like a really short break. Give my throat a chance to all that sort of stuff. Let me get you guys some tunes though while you wait, so you're not too bored. I'll miss you too, Ray. And okay, Michael, I'll do it again. Oh man, it reminds me of Wayne's World. Where he's like, I really had no idea. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see. Let's load up some like older tunes. Here we go. Alright guys, I will be back in just a minute. I just need to take a short break. Okay, I'll be back. There we go. Alright guys, be right back.
I don't need to return to my old life. This is a new existence, a new dynamic, not defined by limitations, but rather about endless possibility. This is a new existence, a new dynamic, not defined by limitations, but rather by endless possibility.
That's some chill tunes. Alright. Well, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that break. And Jonathan, dude, you didn't have to donate again, man. Thank you so much. And Ray, thank you. And I'm sorry I forgot the other one. Hold on, let me check. I need to thank these guys. Yeah, Jonathan, Ray, and Dylan, thank you so much, guys. For real. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. And again, if you guys do want to donate, you can. The PayPal link's right there. So if the charts help you, or if you just want to help me pay bills and stuff, feel free to donate. You never have to. I'm not gonna. Those people on Stocktwits are saying I'm just gonna charge for my stream and it's all a trap or whatever. That's baloney. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, if you want to donate, you totally can. It just goes straight to bills, so you're helping me out, and hopefully I'm helping you guys out some, you know, whatever. And then also, of course, if you're not in the Discord, make sure to join up, okay? I'm gonna do a quick, just a quick Stocktwits post. just so people know what's coming up. And then we'll continue, guys. So take just 1 second. Dun, dun, dun. I should have left the tunes on for you guys so you don't have to hear me just clicking on the keyboard. Okay, got that going. Gonna post the link. And again, all you guys that did join the Discord, you'll love it. Thank you so much for joining. You'll have a good time, I promise. Alright, now should we get back to the fun? Yes. Yeah, jazz hands. Thank you for all those donations, seriously. Dylan, it does seem like that sometimes. It really does, dude. I mean, I'm slightly like that, and even I'm not that bad, so come on. Alright. So, let's continue on. Let's do PTN. And Torian, I'm probably not doing a third session tonight, to be honest, man. I was in a pretty bad mood earlier, and it's just been a long week at work, and yeah, I probably won't do a third session tonight, dude. I'm sorry. I'm pretty tired and worn out today. So, but I didn't want to let you guys down and not do because everybody asked me to do it, so I didn't want to let you guys down. So let's go ahead and take a look at PTN again. We did look at this the other day, so this will probably be pretty fast, honestly. We already have our fib drawn out from way back here. All right, if we look at the 1 year chart, so as you can see, it's kind of doing what ATRS is doing. It had a dip for quite a long time, and now it's finally scooping back up. And if you see where I drew the lines here at the gap, I said this is really good because we're testing the gap, and it's probably going to finish out testing the gap, okay? And if you look at this line here at the top, look where we went today, okay? And we drew this line yesterday, right? Or maybe the day before. But I said if it breaks this right here, it's going to keep going. There you go, okay? So you can see how fibs work when they work, which is a lot. But yeah, so it went to the top of that gap way back there. It's broken free, and now it's trying to launch through into these upper fibs, all right? So what I would say is tomorrow, if you see it break 90 cents and keep going, it'll be really good, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry, Torian. I'm sorry, man. I'm just, like I said, I'm just a little tired today, dude. I don't think I can do another 4-hour stream today. But yeah, so if this keeps going and breaks that line that we drew at 90, you're good to go. But if this huge rocket fails and it starts dying, you're going to be retesting back at the bottom of it here around 72, in my opinion. Okay? Hey, Jimmy. We'll see what's up. Okay? We'll see what's up at the end. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to promise you it and then not get to it, but I'll try to, okay, man? I'll do my best. But again, yeah, I think if it doesn't hold tomorrow and it starts breaking below 80 cents, you may very well go down and test 72 cents again tomorrow. Yeah, especially because 80 is the top of this candle here. You could very, very easily retest this tomorrow. That's not a guarantee, of course, but it's definitely possible. And again, we're so far above the support clouds, it's really hard to say. But what's really nice, though, is the bottom of this candle here, the wick, just tested the top of the conversion line, and it bounced back up. And remember what I said on the other chart, we didn't want the candle to be full at the bottom, we'd like it at the top here. And it's a solid candle at the top. So it had a lot of nice buying pressure near the top of the range. Yeah, Tito's. That was a funny picture, Jimmy. I like that one. So It very well could keep going tomorrow. Your indicators are on an uptrend. You're a little bit overbought, but if you look, your Elder Ray, your bull power is launching. So it very well could continue this run tomorrow. Just be careful if you see it, like I said, if you see it breaking below 85, 80 cents, that's where you want to be careful. But as you can see, it already did retest all of this, and it's now bouncing back up off the conversion line, which remember, that's what we want to see, right? We don't want to see it get stuck in the middle here. So it seems to be a little bit stuck, but it is bouncing back up. And our lagging indicator is good. It's just you got to be a little careful. Again, when these indicators are starting to slow down, okay? And it did look like it was starting to slow down and more bear power was coming back at the end of the day. So that usually means shorts, and some people selling at what they think is the peak, you know? That was some man drinking. That was funny. But again, just be careful if you see it dipping below 80, because that means those bears are in control. But if it bounces up here and it just keeps going up, I think you're all right. Because again, it's been on a pretty steady uptrend for quite a while, and it seems to have broken free around the 30th or so, the 29th, 30th, okay? Do I think PTN is a decent bet of being approved by the FDA? I honestly have no idea, dude. I haven't done any DD on this one. This has purely been a chart play for me in terms of looking at it. Oh, this is hollow candles, Moonman. This is hollow candles. Okay. Alright, so I think we're pretty good on PTN. Just be careful if you see 80 cents. But otherwise, the run should just continue. And as long as it bounces up off that conversion line, you're fine. Just be careful once it starts dipping in the zone. Alright, so let's take a look at Groupon again, which again, this one might be pretty fast because we looked at it before as well. Groupon, I thought was okay, because again, if you zoom out to the 3-year, it's been kind of leveling off, but we're starting to build back up again, okay? What worries me, though, is that we're red again, and it's red where this consolidation area was right before the gap down. So that makes me think that a lot of bag holders are getting out. Don't worry about the BS on Stocktwits. Yeah. Yeah, it's just sad when people like lie about what I'm doing. Alright, see you later, Michael. But yeah, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know why people lie about what I do on the stream and stuff. It's just like always do your own DD and stuff. It just makes perfect sense. Alright. Yeah. See you later, Jonathan. Thanks again, bro. And you just got in Groupon, Minute Mischief? You don't know how you feel about it? And Candy, thanks for saying bye to everybody. That's really sweet of you. Well, Mischief, I think that you're probably going to see some retracement. Just based upon, like I said, where this bounced off from this consolidation range back here, and just how extreme this most recent peak was. And if you look, it was a bunch of solid green days, and we have a peak right here as well that got sold off. And I feel like we have people waiting still from this point to get out, and they're probably going to start selling soon because of where it's at. But as you can see, though, remember we drew these fibs yesterday, and we wanted it to bounce off this upper line, and it didn't. It tested perfectly down in here. So, being that the MACD is going down, big sell signal on the stochastic momentum, sell signal on the Chond, and our bull power is running out, I just think we have another couple days of it dipping a little bit. All right. So, if you're in it, maybe average down if it does dip pretty hard, because it should continue going. But if you can't handle a loss to around 483 or so, maybe look at securing some profit if you have it. What's your average, Mischief? Because if your average is somewhere around like $5, I'd say go ahead and take some profit and jump back in later. Because again, we got all these sell signals going on the daily. I would probably honestly do square as well instead. So, I mean, you had a little bit of recovery here at the end of the day on the 30-minute. So, and your MACD turned into a buy signal on the 30-minute as well. And bull power came right back at the very last half hour of the day. So, it very well could pop back up. But, again, just be careful of a dip to like 483 or so at the bottom of this fib trend. Maybe 487. Just be a little bit careful if you see it break this middle one again, okay? If you see it break like 508 tomorrow, 506, something like that, I'd be a little bit worried of it getting stuck in that bottom zone, okay, man? Your average is 509. I would probably go ahead and sell while it's up for you, even though it's only like 5 cents. I'd probably go ahead and sell and try to hop in later or use that money elsewhere, in my opinion. Just because even though we had those buy signals on the 30, the selling signals on the daily is stronger. You know what I'm saying? And again, it could very easily go down and test this conversion line at 495 right there. You see that? This blue line right here. It very easily could go down and test that 495, 494, okay? Alright. So hopefully that helps you out, man. Alright, so next we'll do CDNA. Is the person that requested CDNA still here? Now, oh good. I'm glad that helped, Mischief. Awesome, man. And now this one doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look terrible. It definitely looks like it hasn't been doing much at all since its inception. But it may have possibly found its bottom here. Yeah, so it doesn't look too bad. I'm a bit worried about how big this jump was today. 31% jump in one day. Normally when that happens, there's going to be a lot of retracement, but I don't know what the news was or anything like that. You know what I mean? So that could have been some really bomb news, and it just keeps going. But I don't like parachutes like this, because we've already seen it a couple times today. It's just going to retrace it. So definitely in this situation, I would use the bottom of the daily candle as my sell limit, my stop loss. If I had one, if I was in this position, I'd look to get out around 533 if I see it, because there's no telling if it's going to go and test the bottom of the gap to 475. If you're holding it though, just see what happens in the morning, see if the run continues. But if you're not in, again, I say it all the time, just wait for that dip and recovery, in my opinion. And I don't think the person that requested it's still here anyway, so we'll go ahead and continue. We'll do DCIX. Who requested DCIX again? And again, guys, while we're waiting on the DCIX person to respond, if you want to join the Discord, if you haven't yet, link is in the YouTube description. I highly recommend it. Tons of DD. It's awesome. We have a lot of fun in the Discord. And If you want to donate, you can. You never have to, but if you want to, the PayPal link is also in the description as well. Okay? And we'll give DCIX person one more second and see if they're here or not. Oh, you did request CDNA? Alright, Muzak. You're a little slow, though. Oh, they had news? It wasn't Triss. It wasn't Driss Candy. Alright. Well, I don't see the DCIX person. So let's go ahead and continue to MRNS. Is the MRNS person still here? Oh, Torian. Yeah, Torian, are you here, buddy? Did Torian leave? Okay, Torian. Are you looking to buy it, hold it? What's your deal? Oh, Medicare is funding cDNA's drug? So it could possibly keep going then, man. That run could continue. They had an offering at $4. Well, it's above the offering by $1.41 though, so be a little careful, man. Like I said, if you start seeing 533, if you start seeing 533, just be careful, okay? Because it very well could test back down to 475. But otherwise, if it doesn't dip to 533, I'd keep checking out cDNA, okay? You got in at 714. Well, nice. Yeah, so cDNA could keep going, Muzak. It could keep going. Just be careful. All right, you got in at 714. Well, that's a good entry, dude. I thought 714 might be a little too hot the other day, but it seems to have not been. We looked at it the other day, and as you can see, I have a line here at 813. And at 813, it was based on this consolidation zone over here. I thought 813 would be a good test of a peak, so I still believe that. I think if you see 813, that's a pretty good sell point for you, dude. Because if you got in at 714, that's a whole dollar. And do I think it'll keep going though? At this point, it looks like it, dude. You're gonna want to secure some profit first to make sure, right? Just in case. But do I think it can keep going? Yeah, I think it can keep going. Like I said, I wanted to buy it back at $4, and I didn't do it. I should have. Because if you see right here, when I was looking at it, $4 was after a peak, and it fell, and it started going a little sideways. And, you know, I don't really like things that are sideways after a drop like that. But after a few days, it just started going back up again. Okay? And today's candle is pretty strong. It's a little gappy, but not too bad. So again, I mean, it could go back down and test conversion line, but I don't think so. Because even these red days right here were not very strong at all. They were not that big. And it's just, it seems to keep going. It's a little bit overbought, but it still has tons of bull power. So I don't see any problems with it. Torian, what I would do, because you know how psychological like $8 is, or any even number like that, maybe sell some at like $7.90 if it gets there, so you don't have to deal with all of that action around $8. But I would definitely hold some of them for longer and see what happens when it tries to break 8 and see if it can keep going up. But you have a good entry, and you could definitely take profit in the upper 7s, no problem. especially if tomorrow starts out green and keeps going, I would say you're just fine. Um, yeah, I mean, you might even see that $8 tomorrow, man. You really might see that $8 tomorrow. It could happen. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I mean, you're still getting more bull power. These are a little overbought, but it's not like super bad. And you had your buy signal back here earlier today. So yeah, dude. I mean, I think it's solid to hold, dude. Okay? Just take some profits when you can and try to cover your investment and try to ride some free shares, in my opinion. All right. All right, so let's go to SFM. Oh, no problem, Torian. Glad I helped you out, dude. Not a problem at all, man. Is the person who requested SFM still here? If not, it's okay. We can continue. SFM? Anybody? Okay. So support 1738 with resistance 22 to 25. Planning on a bounce off of support to find a position. Has potential of a 24% profit margin. Earning calls might happen during November. Okay. So you're trying to see if you can place something around 1738 as an entry. Okay. Well, it's probably going to see $17 in my opinion. You can just see how it's not handling this cloud at all. It tried to bust free, immediately fell back through, and it's now testing the bottom of it. You say support's at 1738? That's pretty low. So let's say like right around here. Yeah, okay, so I can see that support here in March. Yeah, I know it's delayed, but I'm impatient. I'm really ADD. Alright. Um, it honestly doesn't look that good to me, man. Huge head coming into shoulders here. This peak got a massive sell-off back into consolidation cloud. It could not hold above and it busted back down through. Very big sell signal right here. And the blue line isn't coming up to meet the red line. The red line's coming down to meet the blue line, and I don't like that. Now your indicators are going up a little bit, so it could be reversing soon. But this lagging indicator is not nice. Well below the gap down here. And it's just not looking very pretty to me, man. However, like you said though, if you're willing to wait till 1738, and if it bounces off 1738 and goes back up, you can probably swing it pretty nicely, at least to where it is now, at least like $1 or so minimum. But yeah, definitely wait for it to dip to that support though, Moonman. Okay. Yeah, definitely wait for it to dip that support. And yeah, if it bounces off really super nice off 1738, I don't think it's a bad play to do because you know it can get up here, but it's not going to sustain it. So you're going to want to get out quick when you get that money, okay? When you get the profit, you're going to want to get out quick in my opinion. But yeah, I mean you have buy signals going on a little bit here on the daily already. So just be careful and definitely wait to see where that bottom is, dude. Because as you can see, cloud. Yeah, and look, it can't bust through this. And this is super thin, and it still can't bust through this. So you're probably going to be able to swing it 1738 to like 18s, okay? Alright. So hopefully that helps you out, Torian. Hopefully that's good. I mean, basically you're right. It's going to go back down. It's just a matter of if it does go all the way to 1738 or not, buddy. But yeah, good job on that support find, and yeah, I think you can swing it a little bit, at least $1 or so. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to GNCA. And yes, thank you, Candy. It's very, very helpful, sweetie. I appreciate that. It's very kind. Okay, so let's do GNCA now. Yeah, I don't like this one. I hope you're looking to get in. Because if you're looking to get in, I'd say don't. Nah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Whoever requested this, I'm sorry. Just not looking good. It's been stagnating here. And then bam, it just crashed hard at the top of this cloud. And now it's trying to figure out what it wants to do. I don't like this one at all. If you see it start recovering really strong, you can maybe swing it back up to $5. You know, you might be able to play this range from like 216 back to 5. But normally when we see huge gap downs like this on a stock that's been completely stagnant, it's going to be stuck there for a while, okay? So yeah, I'm not going to recommend GNCA to you, buddy. And if you're already in it, as soon as you get profits, get out, in my opinion, okay? Alright, let's go ahead and do load. Who requested my load? Hopefully that person's still here. Okay. What are my thoughts about getting into load at 16? Okay. Well, my initial thoughts are, whatever you're doing with it, it's gonna be small. Whatever you're gonna do with it, it's gonna be a small play, a small swing, just because of how stagnant it's been. Its most recent peak was only at 26, right? And that was not a solid candle up there. It just peaked and died. And this is the 6-month chart. So in 6 months, the highest it's been is 26 cents. Okay? Our lagging indicator is below stock price, so we're not on a positive trend. And everything's been dying or in bear power for so long. And if you look right here, where my cursor is, with all this bull power, look how little the stock price moved up. And that's with all this bull power. So, I don't know. This is a little lonely parachute guy too right here. Alright? So whatever it does, it's not going to be sustainable in my opinion. I don't know if they have news or something though. You guys would have to tell me if there's news that came out that caused this. But to me, it just looks like a random pump from social media that's going to die off as soon as it hits this cloud. And that's only 3 cents up. I bet you anything that you see 19 cents tomorrow and a sell-off. I bet that's what happens. Yeah, I mean your buy signal is pretty strong because it's so far below the zero line. It's oversold, and you have a sell or buy signal here, and you have a buy signal here. But it's just that even though you have this buy signal, you also had a buy signal here, and look how little it did. You know what I mean? You had a buy signal here, and look how little it did. Buy signal here, and it didn't do anything. Buy signal here, and it died. So you see what I'm saying? I think there's better plays. I think this one just has a lot of social media attention. And so that's the only reason it's getting more buys. I mean, that peak here was even retesting levels back in November of last year, and it can't beat that. It has nothing going for it, okay? If you see it break 30 cents, now we're talking. If it breaks 30 cents and continues a nice uptrend, I'd start looking at it then. But until you see it breaking 30 cents and continuing to go, I don't like it at all. I just don't like it. Okay? Sorry about that. Alright, edit. Who requested edit? Edit looks like it's on a reversal back to sub 19. Hoping to get in on the bounce because it likes to swing up into the 20s. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I do really like this right here, that it bounced off the cloud like this. That's really nice. And I do like that it bounced off the conversion line here as well. And it looks like its dip below did not last very long at all, and it rejected the cloud nicely. Lagging indicators up. MACD is on an uptrend, and it's on a new peak above this one here. We got a buy signal on the Chond. A little overbought on the stochastic momentum though. Pull up the... Okay. And let's see here. So it's trying to have new highs. It's trying to break here and get up to like 29 or so. Hasn't been able to do it. But this trend here is not that bad. It's a little slow. I mean, that's been taking since May to get from $12. So yeah, May, so $12 to $26 in 4 months isn't terrible. It's a pretty sustained growth, honestly. It's not that bad. And like we said, it was rejecting the clouds really well. It's had plenty of retracement here. As you can see right here, this retracement for this little peak. Okay, so it's retested that zone twice. So I honestly think this gap zone has been filled for the most part. You know, I'm not even sure 100% that you'll see 19 again, buddy. I think that it's tested this pretty well. I think this is pretty well filled. If anything, you'll see the bottom of this big green candle. Maybe more like $20 is my thought, like $20.75 or so. That's going to be my thought, because I really think this little zone right here has been consolidated in enough. I think that's filled just fine. And this doesn't look like it's on its way to die right now, and retrace back too hard. So yeah, honestly, man, you may want to try to get in closer to $20, $20.75 or so, and try to swing it from there and just save some money in case it does dip down that low. Let's try from the MACD cross here. But yeah, dude, as you can see, it tested up to here. And it's consolidated pretty nicely in this zone, dude. I think that with these candles being up here, you're actually going to probably go and try to test back up to the major trend pretty soon. Okay? This actually looks mostly positive to me, dude. Yeah. Tell you what though, if you see a dip below 2480, you're probably going to retest to 23 at least. At least. So yeah, you could wait for it, but I'd say you're not going to see 19 again anytime soon. But you could wait for like maybe $20-ish, $21, and see if you can swing that. But I think it's pretty strong, and it should bounce off that pretty good, okay? Alright, cool, man. Hopefully that helps you out. Oh, you learned something. Absolutely, man. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so let's move on to ATOS. Oh, Edit owns CRISPR? Oh, dude, I knew that. Oh my god. I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be just fine, dude. Yeah, they're gonna be just fine. They're gonna start making superhumans. Oh, Michael Murphy left. Yeah, we'll take a couple more requests from, if we can get some from a couple people who haven't. IZEA. I think we looked at IZEA before. An AVGR. Does anybody here want to see AVGR though? Alright, I'll do one more after IZEA, if somebody here wants to request it. Oh, Jimmy, you did. Okay, cool. And we'll end on Driss. Okay, there's our final three. But yeah, dude, for edit, dude, it's gonna be just fine long term, okay? And Candy, thank you again so much for being on top of all that. You know I'm gonna forget. And we know Driss is a scam, dude. It's he's just doing it for the lulz. We know it's a scam. Alright. So this is again one of those ones where it's like it hasn't been doing anything for so long, but now it's had that random peak. And I think, if I remember correctly, I said I'm not really a fan of it because of that. Because even though we had this huge peak, if you look back, that's where it was consolidating forever. So really, whatever caused this decline over the past year, we're basically just recovering from that. You know what I mean? So this is one of those ones where you pretty much had to be lucky and be in at a low price, in my opinion. And it's just not one that I'm really happy with. As you can see, it's already starting to get a super sell signal on all of these, and people are leaving. They're not staying in it. If we look at our volume, remember that? Insane volume, but nothing before it. Nothing at all, okay? No volume. And now everybody's leaving because they can get out. And now it's stuck. We actually drew this line the other day, 603. I said it's going to test there again, and boom. Okay? So, IZEA, I don't recommend it. I think it's going to crash back down to where it was, at minimum $4. But if you see it hit $4 and then goes back up to retest, you might be able to swing from 4 to 6, okay? But it's more likely a short opportunity more than a buy opportunity, okay? And we can do CRMD. I'll add CRMD to the list. Okay. So let's take a look at AVGR for Mr. Savage Jimmy here. And again, everybody, if you donated, thank you so much for helping me pay the bills. If you want to donate, you can. The link's in the description. And also, more importantly than the donations, if you are not in the Discord, please join the Discord. You'll have a lot of fun. I think we got like 10 new people today even. And that's where all our research is done and everything is there first. And a lot of charts that we do, we have descriptions in there beforehand. Hold on, I thought I heard something. Oh well, I don't know. I thought I heard somebody yell my name, but I don't really care. All right. Oh, good deal, music. Okay, AVGR, Jimmy. I don't like it at all. I just don't like the chart at all, dude. Because if you see, normally when the MACD goes up like hit this and hits the 0 line, it should be breaking through it. And it's just been stuck, man. It's just been stuck. Yeah, no problem, Justin. Yeah, we'll get to that one. And yeah, this just had a big gap up. But if you look, it only retested here. And look what happened there. It just died again. And it's already doing that same thing, if not worse this time. And it's already complete selling pressure and complete sell signals. Bear power. I just don't see anything in this one, Jimmy. I just don't see a reason why I would hop in it. Yeah, it's just pump, dump, just dump. So yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Alright, yeah. But I was happy to take a look at it for you, Jimmy. That's not a problem. I'll always look at a chart for you, dude. Let's take a look at CRMD. Jimmy, if you're in it, yeah, dude, I would probably cut your losses. I hate to say that. I really, really do. But you can wait, though, and see if it does another pump and dump bounce. Depending on how much you're in the hole. But if you're not in the hole that bad, you may want to, man. It's really up to you, though, always. It's always up to you, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what their news situation is. I don't know what their PR situation is. You know what I mean? It's just, for 3 years, it's been going down. And every time it gets a peak, it dies. And we're in one of those deaths right now. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so you're looking to buy. Alright. Well, if we look at the 5-year chart, it looks like way back in 2015 it did really well. But since then, it's been stair-stepping down the wrong way. Hasn't looked so good in that regard. And let's see, we had a huge gap down right here in April. And it hasn't really recovered to that yet. Now, volume is picking up a little bit. But if you look, this is like we just saw in AVGR. You see this? Buy day. Then no volume. Buy day, no volume. Buy day, no volume. Big buy day, big sell day. Okay? So it's a little spooky to me. Indicators just turned into sells. That's already starting to slow down. That was overbought and just went, yeah, just crashed. And yeah, your Elder Ray's even slowing down too. Um, I just don't see much in here that would make me want to buy it. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to honestly go back down to 54 to 50 cents easy in this zone here. I bet you it rides and levels out in this zone at 48 to 54 cents. And that's where it's gonna hang out for a bit. Now I would be more interested in buying if it did retest this gap, if it went back up to here. So if you see $1, if you see it hold up above $1, it'd be more interesting to me. But until that happens, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't touch this one, dude. I think it's another one of those social media stocks. You know what I mean? It's just those pump and dump, pump and dump. Okay? But it's technically on an uptrend. I will say that. I don't like being 100% bearish. Technically, it's on an uptrend. Okay? But is that an uptrend you really want to be a part of? You know what I mean? Is that strong enough for you? That's up for you to decide, okay? Alright, so hopefully that helps out, Justin. Just let me know. Okay. And we'll just end with Driss. Just for Ray. Dirty Driss for the dirty tip. There you go. It used to be over $500 million. Or whatever that is. $58 million. Because of how many splits they've done. Yep. There you go. 184 to 326. 420. It's overbought. And it didn't even break this peak. So, just, if you like dumpster fires, go in it. If you want to punch yourself in the nuts, have fun. If you like losing money, do it. Oh, I can chart XXII. I didn't do that one, did I? Or did I? I did do XXII. I did do that one. The Ichimoku? Can it even compute it on this? There you go. There you go, bad boy. There's your Ichi. There you go. But it was $4 yesterday. Well, this stock is a meme stock. You can make crazy swings with it, but I would never try to bet on it. Yeah, it's already even flatlined, just hitting in there. This is not just look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just don't do it. That's funny. This is your legit Driss review. Don't buy it. Stop. Yeah. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, I think that about does it for me tonight. I normally would stream longer, but today wasn't a good day. I need to relax. Okay? But again, guys, join the Discord if you haven't. I know there's only 12 of you left right now, but I still don't know who all might be in the Discord or not. And again, if you want to donate, please do. But again, you never have to. And actually, let me think. I think that somebody did. So I'd like to say thank you before we get off the stream. Oh, Astro, bro. You donated again. Thanks a lot, man. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, so again, Astro, Jonathan, Raymond, and Dylan, thank you so much, guys, for your donations tonight. I will put that straight towards my bills and keep the internet on, keep the lights going. I really, really appreciate that, guys. I really do. So again, guys, that's our charts for tonight. You can watch the DVR later. Join the Discord. If you want to donate, you can. You don't have to. Hope you had fun. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully you guys can make some decisions, and make sure to always do your own DD though. Do your own research. Don't rely only on me. And join the Discord, and there's tons of people that'll help you out, okay? And Candy, again, thank you so much for your help in chat tonight, and always, you help out more than you know. Thank you so much. Alright guys, well I'm going to end it there. Have a good night.